You're in the middle of a conversation. You say something smart, something you've actually thought about, and the person across from you just nods, politely, the way you nod at a child who just explained their dream to you. Then someone else says basically the same thing 5 minutes later, and suddenly everyone leans in, eyes light up. That's a great point. And you're sitting there thinking, wait, I just said that. It's one of the most quietly painful things a person can experience. Not being yelled at, not being insulted, just being overlooked, like your words have no weight, like you're furniture in a room full of people who matter. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Most of the time, it's not about your intelligence. It's not about your experience. It's not even about how much you actually know. It's about the invisible signals you're sending every single day that tell people, without a single word, exactly how much to value you. And the good news? Every single one of those signals can be changed, starting today. But first, we have to understand what's actually happening. The invisible signal. There's a concept in psychology called status signaling. It simply means this: before anyone hears your words, they've already made a judgment about how seriously to take them, based on how you entered the room, how you held yourself, how you started your sentence. Think of it like a radio frequency. If your frequency is off, even slightly, the message doesn't land clearly. People hear static where you meant substance, and here's what makes this so frustrating. Most of us were taught, growing up, that being humble, being agreeable, being easy to get along with, that those were virtues, and they are. But somewhere along the way, many of us took it too far. We didn't just become humble, we became invisible. We started shrinking, and we didn't even notice. Mistake number 1, the sorry habit. Let me ask you something. How many times today have you said sorry for something that wasn't your fault? Sorry, could I just ask a quick question? Sorry to bother you, but sorry, this might be a dumb idea, but every one of those sentences is a small surrender. You're not being polite. You're telling the other person, before they've even heard you, that you're an imposition, that your question might be stupid, that your idea might not be worth their time. And the brutal part is, they believe you, because you told them to. Psychologists call this a status-lowering move. Every unnecessary apology quietly chips away at the picture people have of you, not in one dramatic moment, in 100 tiny ones, until one day, without knowing exactly when it happened, people have simply stopped expecting much from you. The fix isn't to become rude, it's to become precise. Save your apologies for the moments that actually deserve them, when you genuinely make a mistake, when you actually cause harm. That's when an apology carries weight. That's when it means something. Replace the rest with nothing, just say the thing. Can I ask a question? 3 words, no apology needed. Watch what changes. Mistake number 2, over-explaining yourself. Here's a scenario. You can't make it to an event, so you say, I can't come. I have a prior commitment. Simple, clean, done. But that's not what most of us say, is it? We say, I'm so sorry. I really wish I could make it. It's just that I have this other thing, and I tried to reschedule, but it didn't work out, and I feel terrible about it. And maybe we can do something another time, and I really do care about this, By the time you've finished, you've turned a simple no into a confession, and the other person, without knowing why, trusts you a little less. Here's the truth that takes time to accept. Over-explaining doesn't make people believe you more. It makes them believe you less. Because confident people don't audition for your approval, they simply state what is. The longer the explanation, the louder the insecurity underneath it. One sentence, clear, calm, no footnotes. That's the habit of someone people take seriously. Mistake number 3, the disappearing posture. You can say all the right words and still lose the room, because the body speaks before the mouth does. Slumped shoulders say, I'd rather not be here. A voice that trails off at the end of every sentence turns statements into questions, like you're not sure if you're even allowed to finish your thought. Looking away the moment someone disagrees with you signals that you didn't really mean what you said in the first place. Research consistently shows that upright posture, a steady voice, and calm eye contact dramatically change how your message lands, not just on the listener, but on you. The way you hold your body actually feeds back into how confident you feel. It's not vanity, it's wiring. You don't need to become someone who dominates every room. You just need to stop physically apologizing for being in it. Stand like you belong there, because you do. Mistake number 4, being endlessly available. There's a quiet trap that catches a lot of genuinely good people. The need to be helpful at all times, to respond to every message immediately, to never say no, to always make yourself available no matter what. It feels like loyalty, it feels like kindness, and it is, but there's a hidden cost. When you're always available, people stop valuing your time, because something that's always there, like air, like tap water, never feels precious. People don't think about what it cost you to show up. They just assume you'll be there. The people who get taken seriously are not the ones who are always available. They're the ones whose attention feels like something worth earning, not because they're playing games, but because they genuinely have a life, priorities, and boundaries that they respect. You don't have to become cold. You don't have to become difficult. You just have to stop treating your time like it costs nothing, because the moment you do, so will everyone else. The real root, what all 4 mistakes share. Here's the thing. The sorry habit, the over-explaining, the disappearing posture, the endless availability. They all come from the same place. A quiet, deep-seated belief that you need to earn your place in every room you walk into. That other people's comfort matters more than your truth. That if you take up too much space, ask too directly, speak too clearly, say no without a paragraph of explanation, people won't like you. But here's what actually happens. When you shrink to make others comfortable, they don't feel grateful. They feel the low value you've placed on yourself, and they mirror it back at you. Respect isn't something you ask for. It isn't something you negotiate. It's something you demonstrate, quietly, consistently, through every word you choose and every silence you allow. The shift. So what does this actually look like, starting today? It's smaller than you think. It's pausing before you say, sorry, and asking, do I actually owe anyone an apology right now? It's ending your sentences like they're statements, not questions. It's saying no without a legal brief attached to it. It's walking into the room and standing like your presence was already expected. None of this requires a personality transplant. None of it means becoming arrogant or loud or someone you're not. It means becoming more clearly, more firmly, more unapologetically yourself. Because here's the final truth. People don't take you seriously when you don't take yourself seriously. Not deeply, not consistently. They are simply reading the signal you've been broadcasting and responding to it honestly. Change the signal. The respect follows.